Hey guys, Tesla Groupie here. I'm just here to discuss this week how I made $1,573 in the stock market. Mostly selling options. I sold a few shares. I received a few dividends. So let's talk the good, the bad, and the ugly. There was a lot of ugly last week. So at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you all of the shares that I was assigned, the names that I rolled, and some plans for next week. So make sure you stay till the end. Let's get started. Okay, so let's start with my number one all-time favorite ETF for the wheel strategy. And that, of course, is TSLL. I owned 700 shares at a $12 cost basis. I went ahead and sold 100 just to take some profits off the table. I did have 2,900. I've been selling them off slowly, taking profits. I want to keep 500 to continue with my wheel strategy to be able to sell covered calls. So I did go ahead and sell 100, and I made $545 selling those 100 shares. I also closed out 9 $16 cash secured puts. I did close them out Friday, but I closed them early because we kept lingering around 16 and I just didn't want to risk it. So I did profit $494 on those 9 cash secured puts. I also had 2 covered calls that expired and I made $51. So I will sell another 100 shares of TSLL and I'll keep the other 500, continue selling covered calls. I will also discuss how many cash secured puts I own at the end of this video. My second one was BBAI. I had 9 covered calls. So they expired worthless. I made $86 on those. It doesn't sound like a lot, but BBAI is only a $6 stock. So, you only make a little bit per contract, and that's fine. I'm wheeling it, and I'll also tell you at the end of this video how many cash secured puts and how many shares I have. I also sold 5 Bull, B-U-L-L, covered calls. They expired worthless on Friday. I made $154 on those. 5 Clean Spark covered calls. Those expired worthless. I made $75 profit on those. 3 Mara covered calls. Made $44 on those. Then I also, I'm still invested in TSLY. The reason I continue holding those is because I want to be able to see the difference in trading myself with TSLL versus taking in payouts from TSLY. I am way down on TSLY shares, but I do receive a dividend every week. So in comparison, I am in profits, not as much as doing it myself with TSLL. So it's just a matter of if you want to do it yourself or you want to pay someone else to do it for you. I made $83 this week with TSLY. I also had purchased some BBAI protective puts because we were heading into earnings. I owned shares and I had a lot of cash secured puts. So just as a hedge, I bought 3 puts and they obviously did not do well. BBAI ran up, which I'm perfectly happy with, but I did lose $60 on that trade, which leaves me $1,573 in profit. Now let's discuss some of the stocks and ETFs that I decided to roll. BMNU is one. It obviously has not performed well due to the fact that Ethereum is tanking, which caused BMNR to tank, and BMNU is 2x leveraged. So it's not doing well at all. So I went ahead and I had some cash secured puts and I rolled them out to 12/19. That's the next expiration date. That's another thing I don't like about this ETF is it only has monthly expirations, but that's what I'll have to do for now. I am a BMNR bull, so I do think it has potential to run back up. So I will be slowly averaging down and rolling out my contracts. I also do own 400 shares of BMNU, and I will continue selling covered calls with those. I rolled out 6 RCAT cash secured puts to 12/12, December 12, because I have so many shares already and I don't want more in my small account. I went ahead and rolled those out, $6 cash secured put. It just gives it a little time to recover. And as long as the market will hold up, it will recover. So I'm not worried about those. I was assigned shares of HIMZ, HIMZ, 2x leveraged HIMZ. I only received 100 shares at a $9.10 cost basis. I'll sell covered calls Monday. No, not worried about that at all. I was assigned 300 shares of AMDL at an $18.55 cost basis. To me, that is a little bit high for AMDL. I did go ahead and sell 2 covered calls, and I will leave the other 100 shares uncovered so that I don't cap my profits if we do decide to run up, which I think we will. I also will sell some cash secured puts with AMDL to potentially average down on these shares or just collect premium. I was assigned 500 more shares of BULL at a $9.89 cost basis. That will just add to my current position. That gives me 1,600 shares altogether. I will be selling covered calls against all of those. I have 952 shares of BBAI. I will continue selling covered calls against not all of those, but at least half, maybe 5 covered calls at a time, leaving some uncovered because BBAI is a little bit below its sweet spot right now. So it could definitely run up to $7 or $8, and I don't want to cap my profits. So that's that. I have 31 cash secured puts. With TSLL, I already explained everything with that one, but I do still currently own 54 cash secured puts at various strikes and expirations. I explained in my last week's video how I am going out further with my expiration dates at this time because the market is so choppy. We don't know if it's going up, if it's going down, if it's going to crash, if it's going to run up to all-time highs again. No one knows. So at this point, I'm going a little further off my expiration dates so I can keep my strike lower. I would love to potentially have shares of TSLL again under $12. That's my sweet spot with TSLL. I am over on X. I have a subscription over there for only $4 a month where I post all my trades live. And I trade almost every day unless there's a reason why I can't. I've got over 320 subscribers over there. So we've got a fun chat that we all compare and talk about trades. Some of them are very experienced and they post their trades as well. And some are brand new and they have a lot of questions and we love to help and answer any questions. So especially if you're new to this, it's a great opportunity to learn from some really experienced traders. Every week on YouTube, I post one trade of the week for everyone, and I also give that to my subscribers. So it's really fun when everybody joins in on one big trade and then we all either roll them together or take profits together. So thank you for watching my video. Please consider subscribing to me and liking this video. And I would love to hear any stocks or ETFs that you enjoy trading and that you might be entering this week coming up as well.